We've done this before. There was a time when wolves were nearly erased from Yellowstone. We hunted them believing them to be a nuisance. And when they disappeared, something unexpected happened. The rivers changed course and the land began to unravel. So we stopped. And when they slowly returned, with them came balance. And once again, we heard their howls and rejoiced. We've done this in the ocean too. When we hunted whales to the edge of extinction, we heard their songs, and something in us told us that losing them meant more than losing a species. So we stopped and we changed. And once again, recovery felt possible. Today, the whales we fought so hard to save are once again at risk. Not because we're hunting them, but because we're removing something smaller, something many of us have never even thought about. And that tiny thing holds the entire Southern Ocean together. I didn't understand this at first. I knew Antarctica as an idea, an edge of the world, distant place. And then I spent a month there as part of an expedition team, driving my Zodiac, a small boat, around icebergs and helping cruise ship guests understand Antarctica and this precious ecosystem of the Southern Ocean. Moving between icebergs, exploring penguin rookeries where thousands of pairs roamed, watching whales surface, hearing their exhales, and perhaps a show descending to the deep where the ocean breathes. Standing on my Zodiac in the Southern Ocean, I realized this place is not remote at all. When I turned off the engine, I listened to Antarctica, and I understood how close we are to it. One afternoon, I was driving near the Antarctic Peninsula with guests on board, and we were watching a pod of humpback whales feeding. They were putting on a show. And then, in the distance, a fishing vessel appeared. No alarms, no confrontation, massive nets released into the same waters where the whales were feeding. I realized these fishermen were hunting the same food whales had migrated thousands of miles to find. Not for survival, but for demand. Demand for omega-3 supplements, pet and animal food. This was the moment I truly saw krill. Antarctic krill may be small, but collectively they are the ocean's superpower. They are the largest animal biomass on Earth. Their swarms can be seen from space, the size of your pinky. They rise to the surface and help with climate control, eating phytoplankton. And once they have eaten what has absorbed the carbon from the atmosphere at the sea surface level, they descend to the depths where they excrete their waste. A product that contains the carbon from the atmosphere and provides carbon storage services worthy of 100 years at a value of $15 billion annually. Only when I went to the White Continent did I understand how important Antarctic krill are to the Southern Ocean and how important the Southern Ocean is to us. Antarctic krill are not a resource to be harvested for human profit or diets. They are one to be saved for humanity. They belong to the whales, to the wildlife, and to the ocean. And we are connected to the ocean, and we only have one. The Southern Ocean is the heart of our planet, circulating cold water to every region and along our coast, the Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, and the Arctic, and then it comes back down. To keep Antarctica frozen, a powerful current circulates around the continent, acting as a barrier to warmer waters. Antarctic krill need this cold water and sea ice to thrive, to balance our ecosystem and serve as a lifeline. Penguins get most of their calories from krill, and whales, the blue whale, the largest animal to ever exist, depends on them. We've seen this pattern before. Remove the foundation, the wolf, the whale, the forage fish at the bottom of the food chain like herring and mackerel, and systems weaken, the ocean declines. Imagine Antarctica, our last wilderness without wildlife. This will be the story of an ocean without krill. Like krill, who are individually small, but collectively a superpower, we can choose to collectively stop the destruction of this precious, magical place we call Antarctica. We must save and sing the song of the krill to protect this ecosystem, a species the size of your finger, serving the wildlife of the ocean. We used to think that saving the ocean meant saving its giants, the creatures we could see, the animals we could fall in love with. But what the Southern Ocean teaches us is something far deeper, that the fate of its giants rests on something in our hands. A species the size of your pinky, rising to the surface, descending to the depths, keeping the rhythm of an entire ocean together. When we remove what we don't notice, systems don't collapse all at once. They unravel quietly until one day the songs are gone. Antarctica is often called the end of the world. Standing there, I realized it's one of its beginnings. Over 35 million years ago, this ice-covered continent drifted from previously forested lands to the South Pole. Its cold waters move through every region of our ocean, balancing and regulating our climate. Its smallest life supports its largest. What happens in Antarctica affects all of humanity. And there are things we can do at home now to help. Here are 3 things. Check your omega-3 supplements, pet and animal food for Antarctic krill. Engage with policy leaders. Ask them, demand of them, support Antarctica. And put a reminder in your phone to do so this week. Create and vote for marine protected areas to prevent exploitation. Antarctica and our ocean belong to us, to you, not to any nation, not to any nation. So the question isn't whether krill matter. The question is, are we willing to see what sustains us before it's gone? Because once you understand that, you don't hear the ocean's songs the same way ever again. Thank you.